I'm a big fan of using in-camera effects. I love capturing things on the day instead of trying to recreate something later on in editing, utilizing things like lens flares, filters, and prisms to make my images more unique. But the lens you're seeing right now is actually my secret weapon, and it's the cheapest lens that I own. The results look a little something like this. This ridiculous looking little abomination is responsible for quite possibly some of the best, most unique and creative images I've ever gotten out of a camera. It does something, or actually a lot of things, that most lenses just can't do. This video isn't sponsored or anything like that. I just think this killer little monster of a lens is super sick, and I get asked about it anytime I use it in a video. If we look at it in more detail, you can see that the lens has no aperture ring, no focus ring, not even a hard shell. It actually flexes and moves around, and it feels like it defies everything that we know about camera lenses. Okay, so what the hell is this thing? This is a product from a company called Lensbaby. It's a 50mm f2.0 lens with a Canon EF mount, although it does come in a wide variety of camera mounts. As you can see, this particular model is now discontinued because it's from way back when they were called Lensbabies, plural. Specifically, this one's called the Lensbaby 2.0. Now, before you freak out about the fact that they're discontinued and there's probably a limited amount and they're super expensive, right? Like, don't worry. Not only can you find these in plenty online for very good prices, but there is an updated model that the company still sells today that you can also buy. We're going to come back to that in a second, but first let's talk about how this lens actually works. There's a few interesting things going on here. The first of which is that the center of the image is the only part that's in focus, and the outer edges are out of focus. By itself, this creates a cool look, but this is only the beginning. Instead of using a focus ring, you manipulate the lens by hand, compressing the entire system in and out to adjust the focus distance. Not only that, but I can also bend the lens left, right, up, and down to adjust where the center focus point is within the image. Lastly, anything that's outside that little focus area gets stretched and distorted as you bend the lens, creating beautiful distortions and light refractions that I've genuinely never seen before. If you want to adjust the aperture, you have to use these little plastic aperture discs that you just rest in the lens and it creates a smaller opening for the light to pass through. But I lost those a very long time ago because I only ever use it wide open at f2 anyways. What I love about the lens isn't just the look, but it's the fact that I have a tactile physical connection to the image that I'm creating. I can pulse the effect in time with music, or I can time it with a cue in a narrative scene. I can alternate between very subtle and more extreme effects without having to change any camera settings or swap lenses. It's just such a bizarrely gratifying and fulfilling creative experience to be able to shape the image in real time with no barrier between your creative mind and the image that you're creating. There's no barrier of having to swap lenses or change settings. It's just so tactile and instantaneous. Now, obviously the clips that I've shown you are far more extreme and stylized because I shoot music videos and that's usually what I'm going for, but this has a lot of very practical uses as well. You can create these beautiful, dreamy narrative looks. You can use it to create a lot of tension and chaos in the image, or it can even serve a narrative goal to convey a character's sense of intoxication or maybe having a flashback. The possibilities with a lens like this are absolutely limitless. If you want to get your hands on this, your best option right now, besides maybe buying an older one used, is to go and get the Lensbaby Spark 2.0 with one of their Sweet Series optics, which seems to be the updated version of this, but with a larger lip on it for better control. It seems that you lose a little bit of light compared to the one that I have, as it's only 2.5, but that's still quite bright. I hope this inspires you to get creative with your image in camera and help you come up with some cool new looks. Help me out and share some of your favorite in-camera effects and tools that you use, because I could also use some new ideas, okay? Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.